Hello guys, I'm Luiza. I'm an ELT student at Osman Gazi University, and today I'm going to present turn-taking patterns and question types. And let's start. First, what is traditional turn-taking? European university classrooms are typically teacher-centered, as described by John Blumert. The teacher designs the course, lectures most of the time, gives assignments, asks questions, and evaluates students. This model of authority has existed for centuries and still shapes classroom turn-taking patterns today. Teacher-centered interaction. Classroom interaction is usually organized and controlled by the teacher. The teacher holds the authority to manage participation, questions, and evaluation. And you can see the picture of teacher-centered interaction. The initiation, response, and evaluation pattern. It is described by Hugh Meehan as a common pattern in traditional classroom discourse. The teacher initiates with a question, the student responds, and finally the teacher evaluates. This structure is widely used for checking, understanding, and guiding lessons. Functions of IRE sequences. Quick assessments, testing like flashcards, directing attention to details, for example, pictures in a storybook, supporting problem solving during reading, checking background knowledge, for example, historical events, and encouraging conversation in language classes, for example, the question, what's your favorite movie? And question types. There are two question types, non-answer questions and open-ended questions. And let's start with non-answer questions. They're about test, display, and convergence, and they have one correct answer. They are designed to check factual knowledge or specific skills. They are common in traditional IRE patterns. The teacher already knows the right answer. For example, the question, what's the capital of Pennsylvania? And the second is open-ended questions. They're about genuine, authentic, and divergent. They don't seek a single correct answer, aim to elicit opinions, ideas, or experiences. They are more conversational and flexible, and no predetermined answer. For example, the questions, how do you like living in Pennsylvania? And interactional contingency. In real classroom interaction, these categories often break down. A question's meaning can shift unexpectedly based on how students interpret it. A non-answer question may become part of an accusation and denial sequence. An open-ended question may be misheard as a test question. And these are the examples. Non-answer becomes accusation. The teacher asks, what time does school start? And the students answer, I'm not tardy. Open-ended becomes denial. Teacher asks, where are the crayons? And student answers, I didn't do anything with them. Non-answer treated as open-ended. Teacher asks, what color is my shirt? Student responds, I'd like call it tangerine. And finally, open-ended treated as non-answer. Teacher asks, how will you continue this paper? And student responds with a conclusion. And evaluation versus feedback. Uh, your pictures are great could instead be formulated as your pictures help me to enjoy your story. How did you think to include the little answer? And that's correct could instead be formulated as that's correct. How did you get that answer? Wondering versus telling. Wondering is initiation, response, and feedback. Teacher asks open curiosity questions. Third turn equals feedback that keeps talk going. Students think, explain, and explore. And this is the example of wondering. A teacher asks, how do you think rain forms? Students answers, maybe from clouds. And teacher says, interesting, what makes clouds release water? So uh, it focuses on expanding thinking. And telling is about initiation, response, and evaluation. Teacher asks non-answer questions. Third turn equals evaluation, correct or no. Interaction stops. And this is the example. Teacher asks what's uh, students answers 20 and teacher says correct. So it's about checking correctness. And why turn taking is not universal. Uh, IRE sequences feel predictable only to students who grew up with them. Turn taking is cultural knowledge, not shared by everyone. And turn taking challenges in classroom. Uh, the first is limited wait time. Fast responders dominate, slower thinkers get excluded. Turn sharks jump in before others finish thinking. And example is quiet student is still forming an answer, another student answers immediately, and teachers moves on. And the second is cultural differences in pausing. Some cultures use longer wait time. Um, by the time they speak, English speakers have already taken the turn. And the example is Atabaskan student tries to answer, teacher thinks they don't know and calls someone else. The third challenge is non-answer questions can be confusing. Some students think, why ask if you already know? These questions may feel pointless or strange. And procedural display. When teachers and students look like they are doing real learning, but actual understanding is minimal. Participation is surface level, not meaningful. Pretending to know, nodding, acting like you read the text when you didn't, guessing based on teacher intonation. Teacher asks, is there anything wrong with that? And students respond, no, just copying tone. Uh, Simulated dialogue. Teacher keeps asking the same question. Students guess randomly. Finally, teacher gives the answer. And non-traditional turn taking. Different people ask questions. So its benefits more voices and more perspectives. Different kinds of questions get asked. Questions and answers include different kinds of experiences. So unpredictable contributions welcome. Uh, Departures within IRE invite participation. Also more wait time. It means better thinking. Elaborated praise. Students ask questions, not just answer them. And beyond predictable turn taking. Predictable classroom patterns, especially IRE, may feel familiar to some students but can still limit deep learning for everyone. Students rarely ask deeper questions like why are we doing this or what counts as a fact. And problems with predictable routines, orderly but can block real thinking. Students who do not fit the typical pattern may be excluded. Even those who do fit the pattern may only perform learning, not experience it. And that was all. Thank you for listening.